Have you ever been fired suddenly, without any warning, no explanation or even query letter? You just received a message saying, "We are sorry, your service with this company is no longer required." That sounds ridiculous, right? Okay, well, that's, could actually mean wrongful termination or unfair dismissal. And in this video, I will explain what that means and how to know if your employer acted illegally and the remedies available to you under Nigerian law. Just stay with me till the very end of this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So first thing first, wrongful termination and unfair dismissal, they are actually not the same thing, even though people often confuse them. So wrongful termination simply means that your employment was actually ended without following the terms of your contract employment, or it may actually be that maybe you were not given the required notice or payment in lieu of notice. So it could also be maybe the company actually violated the procedure for termination as contained in your contract employment. So on the other hand, unfair dismissal actually means that you were sacked unjustly for a reason that is actually not fair, that is improper, or that is actually not supported by evidence. So it could actually be maybe because of victimization, discrimination, or an employee was not given a fair hearing for any misconduct the company actually wanted to dismiss the employee for. So for example, now the company can actually dismiss maybe for an improper conduct, and he was not given the right to explain himself, or maybe the employee was dismissed for reporting a misconduct, or maybe an employee that actually got pregnant in the company, dismissal because an employee got pregnant, or dismissal because the employer is actually just tired of seeing the employee's face in the company. So all these reasons, they are not just bad management, they are actually illegal. So the National Industrial Courts have actually held in plethora of cases that an employer must actually follow due process before dismissing an employee. So even though many employment contracts say that the employer can terminate an employment at any time, so there are also the National Industrial Courts, they have actually held that such power must actually be exercised fairly and in good faith. So there are also judicial authorities on the fact that the employer must actually they must comply with the terms of an employee's contract, and also they have to ensure procedural fairness before dismissal. And also there are cases, there are judicial authorities on the fact that where an employee is actually accused of any misconduct, such employee must be given fair hearing. That is, the employee must be given the right to defend any alleged misconduct. So if you are an employee and you have been accused of any misconduct whatsoever, be it theft, be it negligence, any misconduct whatsoever, you deserve a chance to be fairly heard. If your employer breaches this rule, you can go to the National Industrial Court and have the court declare your dismissal or your termination wrongful and unfair. And the court may also award payment in lieu of the required notice. The court may also award salary and any entitlement due to you before the termination. And the court may also award damages in breach of contract. So in cases where there is clear victimization or discrimination, or there is failure to comply or to follow the due process in dismissing or terminating your appointment, the court may also order reinstatement. So as an employee, if you think your dismissal is actually unfair, then you have you gather your employment documents, your contract letter, your any query, your termination letter, your contract of employment. You gather everything, then you write a letter to your employer demanding an explanation. So if this issue is actually not resolved, then you can approach the National Industrial Court for a redress. So as an employee, I actually understand that having your job terminated unfairly can actually be painful. But just remember that you have a right and the law recognizes your dignity as a worker. So if this video is actually beneficial to you in any way, kindly like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.